among people is we know that our special guest. Our elder, the owner, now come one of the people, vacation is a this is my uncle. Don't you know him? Yes.
Oh, I see. Oh, I see. I'm working on Tanya Nabakolo. I need a youth council in the person of Iwayaka and the entire leadership. Here, you have tried to establish a clear departure from the embroiled Ohanese youths that we used to know. And you decided to chart a more positive, reliable, consistent and patriotic direction and of course movement that will represent the core interests of IBD. So if I can't make it, I want to convey to you that you may not know what we are doing. The quantum of the job we are doing for you and the fact that you are appreciated. But one day, all of you, the collectivity of both the leadership and the followership of Igbo Youth Council begin to appreciate the remarks I'm making today. As you know now, I'm happy and proud to be here and to be associated. Let me speak on one leadership and the way forward, and of course how it relates to all of us. But let me go down the memory lane. And why we are where we are and what ought to be done to move forward. Actually, the Igbo leadership, before all of you were born, because some of you were already before the Nigerian civil war, before all of you were born, was a very courageous and patriotic Igbo leadership. And that was why Okpara was able to establish the fastest growing economy in the entire world. Before Singapore, Malaysia, in fact even in Europe, the economic pace in the eastern region was higher and faster. These are verifiable facts. But a group of young army officers, mostly of Igbo extraction, decided to do something. In 1966, a lot of people have tried to blame them for what happened. But the line of my food that you may not blame them so much. One is that we are talking of people mostly who were under 30 years. And the way I am thinking now is not the way I thought in my 20s and 30s. Most of them were, the average age was 25, 30. Why did they strike? If you read various literatures, you find out one of the reasons why they struck. One, Ahmadu Bello and the Northern government plus the British colonial masters were bent on Islamizing Nigeria and making the entire southern Nigeria servitude to the north. Secondly, even though we had it, some of us had it, I have not verified, but it appears that snippets of information appear to point to that direction. Nandu, who was planning a coup in 1966, when Uzongo and Co heard about it, they decided to fast forward their own coup to have an area before you. Some of our elders have sworn by the Bible, Amadio, and the whole idea was to subjugate the South by force of arms. They did that, they failed, but some of them were carried away by ideological wisdom. Instead of liaising with some of our elders, has no ideology. People like Ifan was very ideological. His own was very ideological. So there was no nexus, no connection between them and the Egarico. That was where our problem started. Our brother, Agui Rose, was a good man. Mamia won Sierra. Papia won Madi. He took over government unprepared. I'm very trusting. Somebody who was trained by the British. He was very trusting. Man actually, how woman they go for an approval? Someone now. There is a coup going on, and we are going to be eliminated. Rather than me generating a poll, who and the boys in the military, you know that capital for the call for war. Gowon was the chief of army staff, the spring military council. Gowon came, and Gowon was vital to that group. That's why Hane Mega Nigeria crazy. Yeah, some of us might hear Mega. And I took on him one day, okay, and I headquarters in the Methodist somewhere off Chicago. And I have a category. The pretenders in the bishop are Nigeria. When I do also invited to one, I see my great beautiful soldier, well trained. The man was forced to repeat what he said. Go on denying it. And that was how Agui Rose was a man who was a thoroughbred soldier, but he was naive. And the guy said, Ojukwu took up the government. He made his own dose of mistake because he was patriotic. Don't make a mistake every young man would have made. Don't forget that he was only 33 years. Many of us would have made worse mistakes. He got one, he got money. He made those mistakes. He gave a clash at that age. So he made some mistakes. Man, after the war, I'm talking of people leadership, why we are the place we are. After the war, we were running. Our leadership was completely decimated. Our people were roundly humiliated. The first thing, Ejigoni was military force. Our women, our mothers were raped, some in our presence. Our people were killed, professionals, businessmen, students, name it. In our Ganozo, they take you, and that's the end of you. They were eliminated. People were killed unaccounted for. There was so much hunger in the land. Somebody who originally was a permanent secretary, that's why he goes begging. Can you imagine such humiliation? Because he can go into his side. And in the army also, because they are stronger, and then they bring his beautiful daughters to dance. Even things like this. These were the things we went through. When the war ended, I was 12 years. I saw part of the war, I knew what was happening. I saw the end of it. So what I'm telling you is first-hand information. When you say Igbo leadership will be hopeless, or that they disappointed you, yes, you are right. But please, part of our history in their mind, where we are coming from. Because someone will be thrown out that they got through, you will never recover from it. I am not even excuses for them. I am not. At the point, you have to serve Nelson and Yoruba to be able to feed. At the time, when you were in secondary school, in 1972, I was 12. I was 12 going to the First of all, as a young man, young child, I had lost 2 years of education. There was no education in Biafra from 1968. My Pasika and Biafra and their Egyptian would throw bomb on me. As a child, I'm an also it was at that age. I was about 10, going to 11 when we were in. But at the time I entered secondary school, I was around. At that time, I would to only manage to operate. Mostly it was civil servants who were being paid little money. Ogoto lamp. I began at 15 going to buy a My school, government college Africa, was occupied by the military as a barrack. When they were leaving, they vandalized the place through a process of, what do you call it? When an army, when it's vacating, it bombs off everywhere. There's a term for it. I forgot now. Come on. Here after I walk and a few buildings, all block. Kaijama, block will take my students. I had one Bible, I had a few disciples, they can do about 15 subjects. I am trying to tell people where we were coming from. People like Dr. Ezra were killed. Moses, was caught, buried alive after the Civil War. So this was the experiences of the legal leadership and the legal. Our people were simply calm. There was this international conspiracy that we must be calm. It was where we came from. It was an extraordinary feat that Zeke and the few of them were able to recover a bit by 1979. And we had the vice president, we had the speaker of the House of Representatives, we had ministerial appointments, we formed governments in some states. It was an extraordinary